Thinking about thinking. Cultural strategic thinking is your ability to think and solve problems in specific ways. When you are in unfamiliar cultural settings to understand cultural strategic thinking, it is important for you to comprehend the two elements that make up this foundational phase of cultural intelligence: cognition and metacognition. What is cognition? Cognition is generally thought of as your ability to process information. As related to culture, you can think about it as the complete knowledge and experience you have gained about cultural situation and your interaction within those situations. Additionally, how you have thought or processed this information is stored in your memory. Your ability to retrieve this stored information is defined as cognitive ability. For example, I was conducting a workshop on cultural intelligence for educators, and one of the senior managers raised a question about proper etiquette in Southeast Asian culture, particularly Lao and Hmong that were present in her school district. She said, I heard from one of my colleagues that it's considered rude if you touch or patted a child's head. That is sacred. I tell my staff never to do this. I am telling them that right cultural information. I reveal that yes, in some Southeast Asian culture, touching or patting someone on the head is considered rude. But you have to realize that cultural information may not be true for every Southeast Asian child or parent you meet. Your awareness of this fact and your experience related to this fact is good thing to be recalled. But what if your new situation doesn't fit into your past experience and what you know and what to do? What I pointed out to her was that her awareness of this cultural fact was not enough early and Pearson 2004. Pearson 104 stated that providing training in specific cognitive knowledge for multiple culture is impractical. What's critical is equipping a manager with metacognitive skills so that with time and experience, he or she can acquire new information concerning the cultural issue present in his or her term. What is metacognition? Metacognition refers to thinking about thinking and was introduced as a concept by John Flavel, who is typically seen as a founding scholar of the field. Flavel said that metacognition is the knowledge you have of your own cognitive process. Your thinking, Flavel 1979, is your ability to control your thinking processes through various strategies such as organizing, monitoring, and adapting. Additionally, it is your ability to reflect upon the tasks or processes you undertake and to select and utilize the appropriate strategies necessary in your interactual interaction. Metacognition is considered a critical component of successful learning. It involves self-regulation and self-reflection of strengths, weaknesses, and the types of strategies you create. It is necessary foundation in culturally intelligent leadership because it underlines how you think through a problem or situation and the strategies you create to address the situation or problem. Many people become accustomed to having trainers and consultants to provide them knowledge about culture to the point where they are dependent on the coach, mentor, trainer, or consultant. However, they need to learn to be expert in cultural situations themselves through metacognitive strategies such as adapting, monitoring, self-regulation, and self-reflection. Culturally intelligent leaders can use metacognition to help themselves and to train themselves to think through their thinking. Metacognition is broken down into three components: metacognitive knowledge, metacognitive experience, and metacognitive strategies. Each of these is discussed in the following section. Metacognitive knowledge. Metacognitive knowledge involves A. Learning process and your beliefs about how you learn and how you think others learn. B. The task of learning and how you process information. And C. The strategies you develop and when you will use them. Let us say you have to learn a new language in 6 months. Here is how you would think about it using metacognitive knowledge. Learning process. I am good at learning new language and I think I can do this in that time period I have been given. Task of learning. To complete this task, I will need to think about the following. How soon can I get information to start learning the language? How long will it take me to learn the language? What information is available to me to learn this new language? Is this language similar to a language I have learned before? Well, I will be able to learn the language in time. How hard will it be for me to learn this language? What do I need to do learn the language? The strategies. I think learning this new language is going to take me 12 months but I only have 6 months to prepare. I better find other ways to meet my goals I think I will find out if there's an accelerated language class that I can take. Maybe I should consider hiring a private tutor, or maybe I will just focus on learning the basic of the language. Metacognitive experience. Arnold Vinet, a British writer, said that one cannot have knowledge without having emotion. Vinet 1933. In metacognition, there are feelings and emotion present that are related to the goals and tasks of learning. These components of metacognition speaks to metacognitive experience, which is your internal response to learning. Your feelings and emotion are serve as a feedback system to help you understand your progress and expectation, and your comprehension and connection of new information to the old, among other things. When you learn a new language, for example, you may recall memories, information, and in earlier experience in your life to help you solve the task of learning new language. In doing this, your internal responses, metacognitive experience could be frustration, disappointment, happiness, or satisfaction. Each of these internal responses can affect the task of learning a new language and determine your willingness to continue. Critical to metacognition is the ability to deliberately foster a positive attitude and positive feelings toward your learning. Metacognitive strategies are what you design to monitor your progress related to your learning and the task at hand. It is a mechanism for controlling your thinking activities and to ensure you are meeting your goals. Metacognitive strategies for learning a new language, monitoring whether you understand the language lesson, recognizing when you fail to comprehend information communicated to you in the new language, and identifying strategies that help you to improve your comprehension, adjusting your pace for learning the information. For example, studying for 2 hours rather than 1 hour every day. Maintaining the attitude necessary to ensure you complete the lesson in the timely manner. Creating a check-in system at the end of each weekly to make certain you understand what you learn.